that, or at some point, I will show you my idea of the next course. The next course will be a full character for printing, for 3D printing, not for game. And it will be very, very complex. I plan it to be the most complex character I have ever done in my life. Oops, okay. But this is the plan. We'll see how it will go. Now let's concentrate on this particular night girl, which of course, as you know already probably, is this week's Discord challenge that we have. The weekly sculpt challenge that we have on the Discord server. And this girl is that. The whole concept is up to her knees. So yeah, we probably will try to do the whole thing. Like a 3D sketch, so just to throw things on the wind, and we'll see how they stick. We'll see how it will go. But overall we know that it will be interesting anyway, because speed sculpting is always interesting. Not so good, as it's not so much like the concept usually, but it's at least it's interesting and it's fun. It should be. At least we'll see how it will be this time. Okay, let's do the eyebrows, eyes, nose. The nose is pretty specific, by the way, on this particular girl, because it's very wide on the top here, but we'll see about that. She's some kind of elf, so this probably is normal for the elves. I'm not sure. But I have done my share of elves in my lifetime, so yeah. I have sculpted, I mean, some elves, I think. So it should be fine. Okay, this is our face. It starts to get something. It's not good, but it's fine for now. Let's do our body. This is our body. It's amazing, and it will be at least a little bit better when I finish with it. Bodies are always interesting to make, but faces are the most interesting, as always. I'm a little bit distracted today, but I don't know why. Sometimes there are these days that you feel a little bit off. And today in the morning I felt very nice. I felt like very productive, very cool. But at some point, it gradually started to get worse. So now, I don't feel very productive. But, hopefully, the stream will change that. Usually when I stream, I get this energy. Probably from all the people that watch. So I'm an energy vampire. I get this energy and I use it for my own good. And you all lose energy. I'm sorry about that, but that's just how this works. If you don't want to lose energy, you don't come into the stream, you know. You just stay home, close yourself, don't go into any streams, because you will lose this energy. And if you want to gain energy, you start your own stream, and you will take the energy from the people. That's the idea, energy. Easy to restream. No, I haven't streamed this particular girl yet. Unless you are mentioning yesterday on the Discord server, but I usually do exercise on the Discord server and then I stream in YouTube where it's recorded, because in the Discord it's not recorded. Yeah. So it's kind of a restream, but not exactly. Okay, for the shoulder pad, I'm planning to do it with the plane this time. In the Discord, I did it with a sphere, but I think with a plane will be more appropriate. Let's see how it will go. So let's paste some lines. When you're doing this hard surface, even for just a 3D sketch, I think it's a little bit more appropriate to do it the right way, which means with a low poly. Otherwise, you have a lot to fix, a lot of things to fix if it's not a low poly. her face is still bad, but we're gonna see. Yeah, yesterday some guy in the Discord, he said that I'm faster when I don't speak, and that's true, because when I speak, part of my brain is, is occupied by the speaking itself. When I don't speak, all my brain is sculpting, which of course automatically makes it a little bit faster. So yeah, when I'm doing freelances or I'm not streaming, usually I'm a little bit faster, but it's exhausting. When you are that fast, you get exhausted faster. So if I sculpt like 2 hours, I can do work that most people can do for 4 hours, but I will be exhausted as for almost like 4 hours work. So don't think that this is a super nice thing to be as fast as me, because you can work less in a day, for example. Sneezing is also a part of this thing. If you don't sneeze, you cannot sculpt. Sculpting requires sneezing sometimes, especially in the spring, where we have some allergies from the pollens. Are they called pollens in English? I'm not sure, but in Bulgarian it's pollens. Not exactly pollens, of course, it's polleni, but doesn't matter. So nose, okay. The nose has to be a little bit more up like this. And here we make eyes. So how to make the eyes? Like that. Amazing eyes, I would say. Just one of the best eyes I've ever seen in my whole career as a 3D and 2D artist, by the way. Yeah. Maybe you don't know, but I was a 2D artist back in the days. When I started in Gameloft, I started as a concept artist. And then around 2010, I became 3D artist, 3D character artist, and I've been 3D character artist since. And I think I found myself in this 3D character art. I found my thing. And when you find a thing, you're willing to spend numerous hours of that thing, and eventually you get pretty good, pretty fast, and you get pretty. That's why I'm so pretty, because of this practicing and everything. Yeah, people say practice makes perfect, but I can say practice makes beauty. You become more beautiful when you practice. I'm joking, of course. It's not like this. It's even the other way around. When you practice a lot, and when you spend time at home at your computer, not moving, not going into the gym, not making exercises, then you will get fat. Except if you have my genes, and my genes are good, so I don't get fat. Easy. I don't get fat easily. But who knows? Okay, I think we have a base face. Let's do hair. This is her hair. Amazing hair, we would say. One of the best hairs we have ever seen, I know. But let's continue. Maybe we can make it even better than this. Who knows? We'll see. Can AI replace the sneeze? That's a very good question. By the way, if we go back, like, let's say 10 years ago. 10 years ago, if somebody asked me if the computer can resize a picture and add detail and make it look like it's much bigger resolution, I would say no, it's impossible. Now, this is completely possible with the new AI tools. You can resize videos, you can resize pictures, you can even make some old videos like Second World War or First World War videos. You can make them look like almost like modern videos with those tools. So now you're asking me if the AI can replace the sneeze. I would say probably someday it will replace the sneeze, but for now we are safe, sneeze-wise. You know, art-wise, not so much, but the creative aspect of the things still is human, you know. It's not... AI is okay, but human is better yet. We'll see how the things will go into the future. This doesn't look as good as I imagine it, so we will have to try better. It looks bad. And we will try better, definitely, because that's our job. How much time has passed? Ooh, 11 minutes. 11 minutes. 11 minutes. It's a long time for me. But we have something as a base already, which is great. Base is good. I usually stop at the base. I don't go too much further than the base, except in my courses. In my courses, I go a little bit further and make a whole model with render and everything. But usually in the streams, I just keep it simple. Keep it at the base. We'll see how it will be now. Yeah, we will keep it at basically base level. We will not go too much into detail with this, but at least we will try to do the whole body. Try is the key word here, because we might not succeed. And by we, I mean me, not you that you're watching. Just myself. Just old Nico. Poor old Nico. He's trying to do this, but he's not very successful sometimes. Yeah, the mouth is a little bit bigger, but we shrinked it, or I shrinked it. Maybe it's time to get a little bit more with the geometry. So a little bit more geometry will be nicer. Smooth it out and go from there. I think the base forms of the face are there already. So we can now concentrate on a little bit more detail. This will be our eye. Let's see it. Good. And if some of you don't know, I released a couple of days ago my newest course about arm and hand anatomy exercises. In the description somewhere in this video you can probably find something about this course. But it's not the best course ever. But if you want to learn more about how I approach the arm and hand, probably it's a good course for you. If you have your own way, which is great, and your arms are just amazing, then you don't need the course at all. You just don't need it. Don't worry, don't even think about buying it if your arms of your sculpts and drawings are just superb. But even mine are not superb. They're just good enough. So yeah, let's see if her chin can be a little bit smaller. You know, with a female face, the chin is very important. If you make it a little bit bigger, a little bit thicker than it should be, and it starts to look like not so good. So we have to be always careful how we do our chin. And that's why female faces are not the easiest thing you can do in your whole life. I would say even the opposite. Female faces are pretty difficult. But this doesn't matter that we don't have to try. On the contrary, we should try, and we should try harder, and then we should try again because first time it will be a disaster, second time it will be a second disaster, the 10th time will be the 10th disaster, and the 15th time will be what? The 20th disaster. How? I don't know. But the idea is that disasters will follow one after another until you get to a point that you are better. That's wise. I know this is super wise, and since I'm the wise man here, I'm telling you that's true. Does she look like the concept? A little bit, yes. So yeah, good thing we are getting somewhere with the face. We probably should, oh, let me just go to the view. Okay, I didn't want to do this. Oh, I messed up. Okay, it doesn't matter. You will not see my keys because they are now here. In this position here. Let's remove this. And in here we have to go to tool and tool. No tool. I forgot where I had to go. Brush setting, okay. And advanced topology, yes. Yes, sometimes I blank out. Especially, for example, once, it was a couple of years ago, just before the pandemics, I had to speak in front of a big audience. It was big audience for me means like 300, 400 people, but live, not in front of the camera. Now, there are like 142 people watching, okay, but I don't see them. I'm looking at the camera, and it's fine. But when I see those people, it's completely different story. And at some point I was speaking about how the game characters are made, and suddenly, while I was speaking, my mind goes blank, completely blank, nothing. And I was like, okay. And I said that. I just got nothing. And people were starting laughing, you know. Probably some of them understand me, but it was a little bit embarrassing, you know. And speaking in front of the audience when it's live, it's one of the biggest fears some people have. Most people have fears, especially in the beginning. Then they overcome them by practicing speaking in front of people. This is how you overcome these fears. But some people, for them, this is worse than that, to speak in front of large audience. So yeah, it's not like that for me, but still it's a little bit worrying to have so many people, you know, watch you. Fear of rejection, fear of something else. A lot of fears are coming into place when you try to speak in front of audience. They just start to overcome you at some point. And if you don't have the experience, you can, you know, just fall. But how do you get the experience? By practicing. So you have to fall a couple of times in order to be good. Okay, let's leave it as it is now, for now. And the forehead should be a little bit smaller. So let's dial it down. Make sure we go like this. And this is a bit better. This upper portion should be even smaller. And her head also smaller. Small head, yes, I know. Not a good thing, but in this case, we just had to. Okay, let's fix a little bit the hair and start going to the body. We need to do legs. The concept doesn't have legs, but what I want to do is flex my muscles, not like this. Yeah, I can flex them like this, you know, so muscle. But flex my sculpting muscles and to make legs without reference. It's just that I want to do this. Why do I want to do this? Because I am, I don't know, I'm a little bit narcissistic probably or something. And I want to show off. Yeah, that's a good explanation, I would say. You should always consider why you are doing things. And in order to know why you are doing certain things, you have to know yourself. In order to know yourself, the best way to know yourself is to know the theory of psychology and other things, and also to know what your childhood brings to the table. And the childhood usually brings a lot of things into the table. Everything comes from there. All the traumas we have comes from the childhood. Yeah, this is Dr. Nico speaking here. I'm a psychiatrist now, as you probably can see. Can we turn her? Let's turn her head now, and we'll see how it will go. Why not? Let's make her look like the concept a little bit. From this side, we'll turn her and push it down and turn it a little bit on this side, like this. Okay, she starts to look a little bit like the concept, but of course, not quite, as always. Yeah, I'm upset exactly as you are upset, guys, because it's not exactly like the concept, and this is upsetting, but it doesn't matter. Relax. When we put the blackness on her eyes and other things, she will get to look a little bit more like the concept. Never exactly like the concept. Not never. If I spend 3 more hours on the face, probably it will look much more like the concept. But for the time that we have here in this stream, this will be what we will do. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Yeah, sometimes I say I'm sorry, but usually I'm not sorry. I say I'm sorry because people want to hear that. And I'm not sorry because I know there is nothing to be sorry about. This is just how speed sculpts work. If you are amazingly good speed sculpt artist, and I may say I'm one of the best, then you probably will be able to do much faster all those sculpts and much faster likeness. I obviously am not that good yet, but I'm working on it. Okay, let's, for a little bit of relief, to show you what could be our next course or my next course. But since most of you have my courses and you are buying them or taking them from the torrents, my Russian friends, let me show you. This could be the next course. And as you can see, this is pretty complex model. And but I just am a little bit, I want to do a little bit more complex model right now. I don't know why, but just my wanting. And the face, I probably will do it like this. But we'll see. We'll see how it will go. Maybe I will do 2 faces and then choose one or the other. Who knows? It will be interesting. But let's concentrate on this one. This one also was one of my picks for the next course. This particular thing. But I decided not to do this because it's not complex enough. And I wanted to do something that will be very nice, that will look very nice as a 3D figure, as a 3D print. And the girl with the dragon will look amazing. I have some ideas how to change a little bit the concept so it will be more 3D printable and it will look better as a 3D print. It will be more functional also. But I will not share that with you now, because now we have to concentrate on this girl. Niku, you are my inspiration when it comes to 3D sculpting. Yes, but I'm trying to be inspiration also when it comes to psychology and people relations. because I'm learning these things. Yeah. Does Blender have polish by features like ZBrush? I think so. There are some mask options that I don't use usually. But, you know, when you have to use polish by features, probably you should use ZBrush. I'm not saying that Blender cannot do things, but ZBrush in some things is better. For example, there was a guy who contacted me recently to make some swamp monster for him. And the swamp monster was AI image. And it was not very visible. It was super detailed, but it was only silhouette. It was dark with glowing eyes, and we don't see anything. And I asked him, okay, how big it will be in the game? And he said it will be full size. I mean, super big, like probably 7-story building. I mean, 7-floor building, very big. And I say, okay, so it needs to be very detailed. So I will not be able to do it in Blender. And I said, okay, but if I cannot do it in Blender, I don't want to do it at all. And there are things that you cannot do in Blender. It's definitely true. But as I say, for most of the tasks that I usually encounter, I can finish them in Blender without any issue. But again, there are sometimes things like very detailed models, realistic models, that it will be difficult to do in Blender. Probably not impossible, but is it worth it? I don't know. Okay, let's do some arms. How much time do we have? Ooh, half an hour already have passed, and we have done only the face and a little bit of the body. I don't know. Nico is slow this time. Sometimes Nico is slow, sometimes Nico is fast. We don't know when he will be fast, when he will be slow, what happens. This is her arm. The other arm is holding a shield in the concept. I don't know how we will do it. We will not do a shield, we will not do a mace probably. We will just do the arms like this, and we'll see. If we have time, we can do the mace. But as I said, this session will be a little bit longer than usual. Usually I work for 1 hour, but this time I want to work a little bit longer, just to overcome my laziness. So 2 hours will be around the time that we will stop. Now we are on half an hour. So if you come now, if you are coming now into the stream, don't worry, this is not the end of the stream. The end of the stream is not near even. So we will have a lot more to stream about. About people's relations, about society, about sculpting even sometimes. But not so much. Sculpting is not interesting, you know, it's not the theme of our conversation here. Mostly our theme is politics, and raising children also is a good topic of conversation for most people that are still students. I'm joking, of course, this is exactly what they don't care about, because most young people, they are still children themselves, so they don't need to raise children, and they don't have to. They don't have to raise children, definitely. The early you make children, the more mistakes you will make with them, because you will be emotionally unstable, emotionally not ripe. not ripe. Your emotions will be, you know, my emotions are still not completely ripe. I even go to some seminars, I read some books about emotional intelligence because of my childhood. When I was, let's say a little bit that my parents didn't show me love in more like interesting matter, more normal matter. I knew that they loved me, but it was not shown that much. And the feelings, if you have feelings for something, some feelings, in the communist times, when I was growing up here in Bulgaria, If you have feelings, you have nothing. I mean, I feel sad. Relax. Just go into your room and read a book. Don't tell me this bullshit. That was the attitude when we were growing up, and that is kind of crippling to your emotions. And then you think that those emotions doesn't matter. You don't develop them, and when there is a time to show emotion, you show them as like they just erupt. You cannot control them because you never learned to do it. That's a little bit sad, but still true. Sad but true. Hate. I'm your hate. I'm your hate when you want love. Pay the price. Pay for nothing's fair. Now I hope that they will not delete this video because of copyrights, because I'm singing that good, and they will think that this is the real song. But I guess not. It shouldn't happen. Now this is our legs, but the legs should be spread a little bit like this, and they definitely should be longer, but we will get to that. Probably I will make them longer like this, and they will have to be mirrored. And yeah, we're getting there. It's fine. It's looking good, but it will look even better when I finish with it. Okay, thicker here. Let's read some comments. I live in Bulgaria too, in Bansko. Are you planning to do some workshops? Not so much. I'm teaching in an academy here in Bulgaria. It's called ARC Academy. It's kind of expensive because it's private academy, but yeah, sometimes I'm teaching there. Slow char now. Yeah, slow char. Is there any plans to get ArtStation reviews? Not today, probably. And these days, I will probably be training for this new course. And ArtStation reviews, I will try, but we'll see. Hi Nico, I bought a couple of your courses recently. They are all really good, especially the head anatomy one. What do you think it's your best course if I want to solo dev in Unity 3D? I don't know. I don't have courses for Unity exactly. So, yeah. Bulgaria, not Bulgari. Bulgari is okay. I want to be able to do sculptable 3D models that are easy to rig. So yeah, probably the Fox course will be good for you, and also the commercial 3D game character in Blender course. So sounds like everywhere at that times. Exactly, yeah, probably. Just don't sing Ozzy Osbourne, him always copyright and delete. Metallica is okay. I got, bro, you're the GOAT. Not quite. I'm pretty far from the GOAT, I think. Що не използват някакъв стандартен модел за тела? Yeah, because it's not interesting. Why am I not using a standard model, so a base mesh, to do bodies? That's not my style. Using a base mesh will deteriorate your skills over time. And I'm a teacher. I have my skills to keep sharp all the time. That's why I always use working from a sphere. And that's absolutely normal. I'm from Greece. Good. What will be your next course? Yeah, I showed it just a couple of minutes ago. What probably will be my course, my next course. But I will show it again at some point in this video. We just have to fix the legs because they don't look good. And yeah, I was thinking that I will flex my muscles, my sculpting muscles, by making legs. But as I see it now, they don't look good. Yesterday in the Discord stream, they become pretty well. But probably it was a beginner's luck, you know. And now, they just don't work. But we'll see. At some point everything will work. We just have to spend the time needed. You have to trust the process. The problem is when you don't have experience, then what process should you trust? You don't have a process. And that's a problem. I would say that's a huge issue. But, you know, That's the thing. In the beginning, it's always difficult. It's always hard. When you start getting better, then you will find more pleasure into things because they will look much better. And usually, first 3 months are the hardest probably in everything, whatever you do. But in those 3 months, usually you have the best progress. After that, the progress is slowed down a little bit, and you have to be careful not to lose your will to do it, whatever you are doing. I mean, it's not only for sculpting or for drawing or for whatever. It's for going to the gym even. First 3 months, you get the best results, but it's hard because you are constantly having stiffness or sore muscles. But at some point, you will see in the first 3 months a lot of improvement. You will get better and better. And after that, the improvement is slower and slower. Let's go and make this mirror also on the other side, this arm. By the way, I'm not sure she has the same shoulder on the other side. I think the shoulder on the other side, it's not the same. It's smaller, much smaller. So we should consider that while making this. Alright, she's not dynamic enough for me. So what I will do is I will make her more dynamic, which means more curved body. And also we should make a little bit thicker legs because she is supposed to be strong and not manly character, but strong at least. So we will try to do that. We'll see how it will go. She probably has some armor on the legs, but we don't see that. So we'll see how it will proceed with that. She has some like shoes, which is enough. High heel boots. Let's make this sharper here because this is a transition. And then this, maybe we can make it a little bit thicker by inflating it. And a little bit more shape to add. Okay, inflate some areas, which looks a little bit strange. But there always will look some areas, will look always strange. A little bit thicker muscles here. This should be a bit thicker also forward. And her head is a little bit too small for my taste. Too big, I mean. Too big. She's a, you know, knight character. She has to be with a big head. A small head, I mean. So she will look stronger. But we'll see how it will go now. Let's make sure these legs are a little bit more spread apart. Okay, and maybe a little bit bigger. If we make the legs a little bit bigger, she will immediately look stronger as a character, as a female, I mean, like, you know, strong. I will see. Do you think that the game industry will give ex-convicts a chance? Did you ever encounter one in the industry? Ex-convicts, if you're good, if you are good enough, I think it's fine. If you are better than the rest, it doesn't matter if you are ex-convict or whatever in the game industry, especially if you're working freelance. That's, you know, it doesn't matter at all then. And there are many people that are working freelance, they are good enough, and they are working freelance, and yeah, then nobody asks you if you are convict or whatever. They just want to see your works, and if your works are good, then you're hired and you can do the job for them. That's the only thing what matters, not if you are being in jail, in prison, or whatever you have been. those things doesn't matter at all. They matter if you want to have a job in some studio, because in studios they want you to give those documents. You have been sued or you have been in jail or whatever. Yes, and then it will be visible. Then probably some studios will not hire you. But if you're freelancing, doesn't matter at all. If you, for example, start and do models for TurboSquid, you sell those models and they're pretty good. At some point, you will start to get known in the community of people who are buying models, and you will start to make good money from those models. But it's a question of years, not of months or weeks or whatever. For like 10 years or something, you can make a name of yourself in that amount of time. Okay, that doesn't look amazing. Something is a little bit off. Maybe her legs are a little bit small. Her feet, I mean, are a little bit too small. And also she's on high heels, so we need to have the muscles, those muscles here, the calves, they need to be a little bit more visible, because they are, you know, folded, not folded, but they are working, so that's why they should be bigger. Now, for the ass here, we need to inflate. How much time we have? Okay, 40 minutes have passed, and we haven't started the armors yet, or most of them at least. Let's see the concept, because without the concept, we will definitely not be able to do it if we are just looking at our model. We need the concept in order to be able to do it. I mean, it's not ultra good, but it's not ultra bad also, so it's, I would say, relatively fine. Let's add a plane, which will be our plane. This plane will be our plane, guys, so relax. It's gonna be the plane that we are using as a plane. Amazing stuff, right? I know. Now this will be something that's gonna fall down like this. So this is the front portion of her robe or whatever it's called. So yeah, I'm just doing that here. We'll see if we need more geometry. For now, this is fine. Maybe a little bit more in here and 2 more in here. Okay, this will be better. I will not use symmetry for this. We will do a nice 3D sketch of that thing, and it will be amazing. Or not. We'll see. There is always a possibility of not being amazing, though. So we have to be prepared also for that. And if it's not amazing, we will not give up to the panic. We'll just continue working on it until it's kind of amazing. So relax. You've been erased. I always say that. When I say relax, I always remember Eraser, the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, where I say, when he say relax, you've been erased. And when I say relax, I usually add you've been erased, because of that movie, you know. And if you are very young, you probably don't know that movie, but it was a fun movie back in the days. Let's add a cylinder, which is the best, as we know, the best shape in the industry is the cylinder. And by this cylinder, we will make a belt. Definitely a belt. We'll try to make. And not only one belt, we will do 2 belts with this cylinder. This will be one belt, which is her normal belt in here. And I will use a big grab brush to move it around and to place it into position. Hopefully it'll be good. Alright, it's not the best thing that you have seen, but it's fine. And this is the first belt. Then the second belt will be down here, and I will just, you know, separate it. And it will be going here, and this will be the belt for those bags that she has on her hips. Yeah, I can do that. Can't do that yet. Sneezing. Hopefully this is my allergy. I'm not getting sick. But even if I get sick, I don't care. Why? Because I am at home. I don't have to go to an office or whatever. So I can get sick and nothing will be... There will be no problem. So, not an issue. Okay, let's see here how we will do this. This is a big box, we may say. Or it should be a box. We'll see how it will go. I have an idea how to make this work as a bag. But let's see if we can do it. So select this one, X faces. Then select this and extrude it downward 2 times. Then add 1, 2. Make it fat, thick. Make it thinner at the top. Make this a little bit like that. And this is your bag. Amazing bag? No. Relatively nice looking bag? Also no. But a bag? Yes, it's a bag. So that's a good thing to have a relatively good bag. Now, 220 people watching right now. Very good. Today, I don't know if we will get to 300 people. Probably not. But it's not needed. Okay, thickness. Again, thickness. Come on, where is it? Solidify. Solidify modifier is the thickness modifier. We're making thickness with it. This one also requires solidify modifier, so I will add it. And if we're doing something for 3D print, for example, those clothes, and they will be pretty thick. So probably it'll be like this. So now let's do her arm armor, at least something like it. We'll see. So let's see. A cylinder again, I think, will help us to do it. And make it wider, not wider, taller. Make it taller. And just place it into position, maybe smooth it out a little bit, place it. And then we'll have to delete some parts of this cylinder in order to make the armor. We'll see how it will go. Today I'm noticing that I'm speaking like very calm. And maybe some of you are already asleep, which is fine. It's normal. I don't need to scream today. Maybe some days I scream a little bit more. But today I feel relaxed. I feel that I'm aware of my feelings. And I feel in peace. Not super too much in peace, but kind of in peace. Faces, we erase those. Then we move this down. And we have what? What do we have? Solidify modifier. We have something like a head, arm armor. We have something like arm armor. What are you talking about? What is this arm armor? No, relax. Prison is good for learn 3D first steps. They make chess pieces out of bread. Hello, greetings from the Philippines. Hello. Dude, you are far too talented. I could spend a week and I not manage one shoe. Yeah, but that's because you don't have that much practice, probably. With my practice, if you manage to have the practice that I have, most likely you'll be at least as good as me. That's the thing, you know, practice is always the case. Many people underestimate the practice, but it's the main thing. Practice. Many people say fake it until you make it, but no, it's not. Let's try to move some things a little bit like this. Okay, this is, of course, as you can see, this rag that she has over her chest and down the side of her body. And yeah, we will try to replicate it a little bit, but we will not be able to do it completely, obviously. Let me just do something here, because my phone is constantly not ringing, but it's doing some things, and I need to just mute somebody for a while. Some people, when they start to... I dropped my phone, but it's okay. It looks fine, at least at first glance. So some people, when they start to write, and they write one sentence, then they add another sentence, then another sentence, and everything as a different message. Relax. If you want to speak a lot of things, to talk a lot of things, just try to do it in one message. It will be better for everybody. Especially if the guy who you are writing to, he has some work to do at the time. And now I'm getting a little bit mad. But I'm acknowledging this feeling, and I'm okay. At least I look okay. I'm not okay. I will erupt at any second. You think, Nico is looking very calm. But inside, what's happening inside? Nobody knows. It's... especially when we are artists. You know, my theory was, and it still is, that you cannot be a very good artist if you don't have problems with your childhood, traumas. It's very difficult to become very good if you don't have those things. Because you will not be able to put all the time. You will not be fanatically sculpting or fanatically drawing or fanatically doing the thing that you like, because you feel this emptiness inside and you need to fill it with something. If you don't have this emptiness, if you are loved as a child, you have a high emotional intelligence, then you will not be a very good artist. But you will be happy, most likely. Which is fine. I don't know, many people think that, especially people with emotional traumas as a child, even if they don't know about these traumas, they think that if they become very good at something, they will fill this void, they will fill this trauma, and it's true to a point. Because at some point, you need connections. You need connections to other human beings. You need a partner in life. You need kids. You need all those things to really be happy. Otherwise, you will never be really happy. You will think that you are happy because you have money, you have fame, for example. But money and fame, they will make you thrilled, happy for a while, and then not so much. Okay, let's move the arms a little bit on the side. On the other side, I want to put another shoulder, but smaller. Because as we can see from the concept, we don't see the other shoulder too much, which means that it's smaller. And there is things like this. For example, the arm that is holding the weapon, usually on a knight, needs more armor, needs a bigger shoulder and bigger armor on the hand. The other arm is holding a shield, so you don't need that much armor on that side because the shield is here, it's covering you. That's just the logic of the things. So sometimes the armors of knights can be asymmetrical for that reason. Okay. How much time has passed? Almost 1 hour. So for almost 1 hour we have this, which is almost a whole character. Now what we'll have to add is, I don't know what else to add. But it's fine. It's fine. We may work a little bit on the shoulder, because the shoulder is pretty important for this character. It looks cool. And we will develop it a little bit more. I just woke up and love your way of speaking. It makes it very easy and pleasant for me to follow what you say in your videos. Yes, because my English is not exactly perfect, and that's why it's more... people understand it, because it's not perfect. You know? I'm in class at school watching your stream. Oh, that's not a good thing. Maybe they will see you and then they will hurt you. The teachers, I mean. When I'm teaching live, I don't like people to get distracted by anything. So sometimes I'm a little bit rough. But this is just me, you know. So maybe you're not like that. Or your teachers are not like me. Good for you. I hate when, and most people hate, most teachers hate when you are teaching, you are trying to give your knowledge to some people, some young people that are there, and they are just talking among themselves, they are making noise, they are distracting you. I don't like that, you know. Relax, you've been erased. Тъй купил себе принтер, они So I have a printer. I have a 3D printer, and I always say that I have a 3D printer. It's mine, but I haven't seen it live ever, because I order it directly to go to my friend's place, and then he put it in his garage and he's printing the things for me. So I haven't seen my printer, you know, as strange as it looks. I haven't. My printer is unseen. This is looking relatively nice. Not super nice though, but we can try to do it a little bit better now. It's not good. Okay, this is fine. And now what I will do is, let's see. This no, this no, this no. Why? Okay, let's see it again. Now I cannot do anything about it. Okay, the solidify modifier will go, because it's sometimes bugged. And then I will add another solidify modifier. I will move it on top of the subdivision modifier, because it has to be there, and increase it, and then go to edge data and try again. And it doesn't work because... Yeah, let's select everything and see if it will work. It doesn't work again. Let's deselect everything and see if it works. No. There is something that I'm missing here. I don't know why. What? Exactly. But there is something, obviously, that I'm missing. We have to... I don't know. So, what I will do is, I will apply this solidify modifier. Then I will add the subdivision surface modifier. And then manually, I will go... Yeah, it's a little bit of a work. You have to manually go. But it will be, I think, better to manually crease those edges that needs to be creased. There are things that happen in the program sometimes that even I don't know why they happen. Okay, let's try now. Shift E. Alright, this is relatively fine, but here in the top I missed some things. And now, okay. Alright, one more. Good job. Now it looks relatively cool, but yeah, again, not super cool. Next thing we want to do is to color the face a little bit, so we can have better coloring of the face. No, let's fix the face, not like this. Okay, a little bit wider nose would be appropriate. Lips. Okay. Good. The chin is a little bit too big, as always, usually. That's the case, what we're doing. A little bit too big of a chin. Then this neck should go a little bit forward. The ears probably also. But since we're not doing a 3D figure for print, this shouldn't be a big issue. Hopefully it will not be. Let's move this out a little bit. Okay, the face overall. Then we'll make a bit of this. And maybe those lips should be smaller. A little bit more like this. She's getting there, I think. As always, not the best, but not the worst. A little bit more of a pointy nose, maybe. Not pointy, but upwards, like a pig. A little bit piggy nose. We probably would want, but now it's fine. Let's go and add a little bit of black here. Black hand. Go ahead and black hand. Block it. By the way, somebody said that Ozzy Osbourne is... it's a problem to sing Ozzy Osbourne. But I've seen it. I'm a streamer. I stream my life away. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm a streamer. I stream of better days. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Okay, good. Now it's always nice to put a little bit black in the nostrils and on the inside of the lips like this, between the lips. And then the lips themselves, we will blacken them a little bit, but not too much. We don't want them to be ultra black. Complete black, no. Wondering when... Wondering if Mother Earth survive. So what program... Okay. Yeah. Are you using to keep doing 3D when you are 90 years old? I don't see the future though, so I don't know. One of the most asymmetrical knight armors I have seen so far in games is probably the Warden from For Honor, as an example. Maybe. The art of communication is to be understood, not to win a grammar award. Yeah, or you understand Russian fully. Kind of, yeah. What do you think about the donut tutorial? I think it's a good tutorial to start Blender with, yeah. I'm curious about the 3D printer and how many polygons it can handle if the character is too many details. I think I've given the guy like 10 million polygons and it can handle it, so probably it's fine. But even if it isn't, you can always decimate, even in Blender. In ZBrush, it's definitely true. Maybe the chin should be a little bit bigger, yes. But she's starting to look almost like the concept. And I told you, when I spend, the more time you spend on something, especially when you have the experience of working from concept, the more it will start to look as your model or concept or whatever you are looking from. If you are just doing it for 1 hour, as I usually do it, it's not gonna work. So let me show you a little bit the works that people have done in the weekly sculpt challenge. And yeah, this is the last one you've seen, and this is just a fast sculpt. This is a speed sculpt, which it's not good to do. I mean, I do it, yes. I show you how to do it, but you have to just try harder. This thing, it's good for nothing. It's not good for your portfolio. It's not good for showing off to anybody. It's not good for nothing. So don't do this kind of things that much, my friend. This one is better because it's visible that the guy has spent more time in doing the hair and just, you know, refining things, which is great. The render is not good, but here we are not aiming for a good render. We are aiming for just to sculpt more, just to practice more, and that's the idea. This is all okay because you see it has the cross on her chest. It has some things. The armor, of course, is how I did it in the Discord session. It's just from one piece of geometry, which is okay for a 3D sketch. This is my 3D sketch from yesterday. It's okay for 3D sketch, but it's not okay for a model that you want to do. So this is the best one I think we've seen so far. It's visible that a lot of time have been put into this model, and it's looking great. And this guy is putting so much effort. As you can see, you see here on this fabric, we have stitches. Those X's, and he has put them there. Just attention to detail, it's great. This one is not bad also, I would say. But the folds on the boots are a little bit too much, in my opinion. Other than that, it's cool because, you see, some people, the arms, by the way, the hands are pretty big. But other than that, it's pretty nice that some people have spent their time, their creativity, to make the whole body, not only what they see in the concept. This is a mace here, we see. The concept doesn't have, it's not visible what kind of mace it is, but here we have it, which is great. Nice. This one is the same from before, yes. This one is from the last week challenge. Yeah, the last week challenge was interesting. Okay, yeah, not many people have tried this because it's kind of difficult. But in my opinion, it's a good exercise. Everything is a good exercise. Whatever you do, it's a good exercise. So my advice is to just do it. Yeah, many people will ask now, but how to go into the Discord server? Just link in the description of this video. If the link is not working, tell me. For some people, it's not working. For some people, it's working. So I cannot know if it will work for you. But usually it works, so should be fine. Okay. I just farted. Yeah, too much information, I know. But, you know, it's statistically, we are farting at least, you know, 5 times a day. If we eat some particularly interesting foods like beans, maybe we can fart much more frequently. So yeah, I haven't eaten anything today yet. I'm about to eat after I finish this video. I will eat for a reward. I will reward myself with food for finishing this stream. Amazing. Yeah, little things, you know. I will eat sweets. I will eat tangerines. I will eat sugar. Not directly sugar, of course. I don't eat sugar like table sugar with the spoons and everything. No. By the way, I will do a little bit of cheating now, which is this dark shadow below her neck. And yeah, you can do it sometimes. It will kind of make sure the head and the neck are kind of separated, and there is it's more interesting this way, in my opinion. So yeah, some people will say cheating, but when we surround the head itself with dark, as the artist has done, it immediately looks a little bit more like the concept. Wow. How? I don't know. It's just like that. And Especially when I start cheating completely and I start doing this. And then you should just unsubscribe from my channel, because Nico is a cheater and we don't want to have anything to do with him. He sometimes is using even AI for references. So yeah, cancel Nico and everything will be okay. The cancel culture is amazing. It's so nice. It's people that think they are gods, that they can decide who is doing what and who should do what, and they should cancel it. It's like empowering something. It's amazing. So cool. And I'm being sarcastic when I say it's so cool, because it's so stupid. Cancel culture. Amazing stuff. Okay, I think she's looking better than the concept right now. Yeah, yeah, it's a little bit too much to say, but don't you think it's better than the concept? It's amazing. The cheekbones of the eyes are not rounded, but straight. Yeah, but mine's are rounded and it's looking better, so it's fine. Farting is satisfying. Yeah, unless you overdo it. When you overdo it, it's not that satisfying, because you have to go and clean yourself up and, you know, wash your underwear and everything. It's not good. So yeah, farting is good, but as everything, you have to be moderate with it. Don't overdo it. I gotta go. I wish you a fantastic day and thank you for your work. Thank you very much. Do you rigging, sir? No, I don't do rigging usually. Hello, Nico. How to learn anatomy for free? That's very easy. You just go and find some references from anatomy books in Pinterest, for example. There are a lot of them. And you just learn for free. Easy, like pie. Of course, you will need like a couple of years, but it doesn't matter. It will be for free, and that's what matters. Even if you pay for anatomy course, you will need couple of years, najverojatno. Most likely. I'm speaking Bulgarian here, I don't know why. Yeah, when we are stressed, we go to our language. We go to our known language, to the known, to the things that we are comfortable with. That's why when psychopaths are stressed, they go to anger, they go to fear, because those are the things they know. And by they, I say myself also. Because as I said, my theory is that you cannot be ultra good in something unless you are a little bit of a psychopath. Maybe a lot. Maybe not in everything. You can succeed in some things without being a psychopath. For example, in order to be a good teacher, you probably should be empathic. You should understand the feelings of others and your feelings as well. Which means you shouldn't be a psychopath to be a teacher, to be a good teacher. But one of my teachers, biology teacher by the way, in school, he was a complete psychopath. He was not having feelings at all. He was entering the classroom like this. Hello kids, how are you? Who will burn today? Who will examine today, you know? And then he goes into the desk, gets his pen, put it onto the book of the people book that there are all our names are there, and then he rotates the pen, and where it stops, he is taking this guy into the desk and he's examining him, or a girl, whatever, doesn't matter. And yeah, and if somebody is, for example, a little bit talking during his teachings, he just examine him, you know, and it's wow. But he was a good teacher, so sometimes maybe good teachers can be psychopaths, I would say, probably. And psychopaths in our countries, in East European countries, are Very common. Very common. I'm sure in Asian countries also are pretty common, but I'm not completely sure though. Because I see so good Chinese artists, and how did they become so good? A lot of traumas as kids, you know. A lot of kid traumas. That's my theory. Of course, you don't have to agree with it. I'm not pushing anybody to agree with it. And I'm not pushing anybody to do anything though. If you want to be good though, you have to spend the time to practice, and I'm pushing you to do it. But if you want to be good, if you don't want to be good in sculpting or whatever, don't practice. Just relax on your phone. Watch some cat movies or some Mr. Beast that's screaming, we are here on this deserted city and now we will do this. What's happening here? Why is this guy so loud? But probably Mr. Beast, he knows how to do videos that people would watch. Entertaining videos. He knows how to do that. And yeah, he's doing that. So if you want to do entertaining videos, be like Mr. Beast. Be overexcited the whole time. Smile all the time. Never be sad. Of course, that's what you're showing to the world. Obviously, nobody is like this. And be a little bit of a perfectionist. By the way, being a perfectionist is very sad. For the guy who is perfectionist, usually. Why? Why, Nico? Why is sad? Because perfectionists, it's difficult for them to make themselves happy for something. They want everything to be amazing, to be good, to be perfect, and in life, things don't always work like that. How much time do we have? Oh, we have more than half hour. So it's amazing. We can continue our work on this amazing model that we have right now. She's not super bad, I would say. Yeah. I was thinking she's worse than that, but she's good. Relatively. Relatively to what we can do for this amount of time. Nico, have you found a way to beat procrastination yet? No. I just lean into it. So procrastination comes, I don't want to work, I don't want to do anything, so I don't do anything. I just don't work. And a couple of days went by, I feel super bad that I'm not doing anything. And then, it starts to go like, I want to do nothing, but I feel bad. Then I feel bad, and the bad comes on top of don't want to do nothing, and I start doing things. But I can afford it. That's the problem with more people, that if you can't afford to get rest, to relax, to just go into your phone or listen to some audiobooks or whatever. If you can't afford it, then it's difficult. It's difficult to do it if you can't afford it, obviously. I can, for now. This is some kind of a armor here, but a little bit like a cloth armor. So it has some folds. Okay. And this is her armor here. We can make a little bit of a something that she's holding, a cylinder. She could hold a cylinder, why not? What will stop us to make her hold a cylinder? I don't know. And also what I don't know is... okay. I probably have pressed a button and my gizmo disappeared. Usually it happens. She will hold this, a stick. My stick is better than bacon. I don't want my stick, no, the stick. My stick is my friend, not from above. Dun, 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 dun. My stick is my stick is my stick. Let's see what we can do else. Okay, we can work a little bit on the chest. We can make it like this. Make a sharp transition here. Sharp transition here. And she will have some kind of armor until here. And then here she will have something like a belt. This belt, we will just color it like this. And we'll be done with it. Then we will do some little things here. We will do a little bit of darkening in this area. Although if we put some ambient occlusion, probably it will do this for us. But it's fine. We can do it this way also. And we can start doing the armor. Like this. Amazing stuff. It will take a little bit of time, but we'll... Yeah, it's relaxing to do this kind of repetitive tasks. You just don't think about anything, you just do it like this. It's... I get sick of doing those things, by the way, sometimes. Although, originally I don't want to do this. Like, it's... this kind of things are like retopologizing. It sucks. But when I start doing it, I start to find nice things about it, you know. Fast. Yeah, good. Nice. This is some kind of armor in here. And it has some rivets. Okay. The front armor here, we have to do something about it most likely. But we will not. We don't have time for that. Okay, let's make those things on her forward portion. Those. Oops. Okay, here. Those are things that are holding this shoulder pad, probably. We can't be sure, but it's something like this, I guess. Hopefully this will be enough, and then with the sculpting tools, I will try to do it. And then we will answer some questions. This, what we'll do for our model, is it will have a little bit of a dark area in there to make it look a little bit nicer. A little bit more detailed, because it's not as detailed as we want. But it will be. At least we'll see. This, by the way, what I will do is I will make the mistake of Control R, but first I will remesh it, but first. So first I will remesh the ass, and no, I'm joking. Let's try to do this arrow. Arrow here, good arrow. So usually if I want to do the arrow properly, I would mask it first and then extrude it a little bit, and it will be much better than this. But since we don't care that much, it's gonna be fine. Then I will do some things like this. There is a thing here. And I will just fake it until I make it. That's it. All right. It doesn't look half bad. But it's not the best you have seen, right? It will never be. Some details here. And this one, I will color it a little bit darker. So like this. By the way, the belts also, I will color them a little bit darker. And the bag. It's just a little bit more interesting. This also should be a bit darker. And this. Okay, what else we can do? Not much. Maybe we can kinda apply this, the solidify here, but I will add subdivision surface modifier, increase it to 3, then edge data, increase. I think it's fine, and we will apply the solidify modifier. Then I will go here and add a sharp edge. And then I will apply the subdivision surface modifier. After that, we will go and remesh. Why am I remeshing? Yes, because it's a little bit faster this way. It's probably not good enough, but it's faster, which is fine. A little bit of folds here and there. Why not? It looks a bit more like a fabric when we put those folds in. And we can do this kind of things here fast. Not as Jillian in the Discord server. His nickname is Jillian. I don't know his name, but his nickname is Jillian. So he is doing it properly. I'm doing it the fast way. Or the highway. It's my way or the highway. This time I'm a little uncle now. Okay, let's try something interesting here. No. Yeah, just a few folds for good measure. Here we can see that the belt and this doesn't match. Now they match. Now it's fine. Let's add, you know, the more we work on this, the better it will become, usually. These are her boots, for example. Why not? Something like boots. Looks legit. Okay. Here we can add a little bit of ambient occlusion inside. And also here in this area. A little bit of black. Good. This thing. It's not good. So increase the thickness. Add subdivision surface modifier. Increase it. Edge data. Increase. It doesn't work on this tool. The edge data, which is strange. Let's try the offset to be a little bit different. No, it doesn't matter. So I don't know why the edge data is not working here, but I don't like it. There is something wrong with this. So I will make this disappear, apply the subdivision surface. Here I will go and manually crease. Manual creasing is something that you can do. I don't recommend it because it's slow, but it works. Creasing it, of course, we have to see what we're doing, so creasing it again. And now we can apply the subdivision surface modifier, and then we can remesh it so we can put some folds into it. Come on, applied it, and then go to sculpt mode. Go to sculpt mode, and then remesh. And then with a big brush, no. Sometimes the folds, they don't work as we intended, so we have to repeat them sometimes. This looks a little bit better. Of course, it's nothing like the concept in this phase, because in the concept this is a little bit higher and this is a little bit lower. So now it looks a bit more like the concept. And there is a thing like this here, because this is a silhouette. This is for a good silhouette, for more interesting silhouette of our character. Okay. Alright. So what we are missing here, we're missing the cross in her chest. Do we have time for the cross? We have time for the cross. Why don't we do it? I want to answer some of your questions. If there are questions, I might want to ask to answer some of them, if I can. But again, don't think that I'm all-knowing, although I am. But you shouldn't think anybody as all-knowing, and if I tell you something, you shouldn't think of it as a universal truth. It's not. It's my truth, and it could be yours, but it may not be also yours. So be careful who you listen. Even me, be careful. As I say, if you have to be a psychopath in order to be good in drawing or sculpting or whatever, it may be true, but it may not be true, right? Now, these two things, dark things here, are making the overall thing a little bit more detailed, to look a little bit more detailed, so it's fine. I think this should be a little bit thinner here. And this should go a bit further like that. Yeah, the cleavage, or whatever it's called, should be a bit bigger. Now, this multi-res I don't like, and I will disable it. Apply the mirror modifier, and then I will go and select this arm and fold it forward. You will see me fold the arm forward like this. Very easy. Yeah, it makes just a little bit better silhouette of the character. So, yeah. Got to work. Have a good one, Nico. Thank you. I missed out on the live. Will you make it available after, please? Usually they're available after, yes. Love your work and all that. Thank you. Yes, but he don't add skins, he only add paint. If you want to add skin and want to take the model into Substance Painter, he will retopo. Definitely. Sir, is it better to sculpt the character I'm planning to rig in A pose or T pose? A pose is usually better. Absolutely everything that the sculptor sculpt is materialized somewhere, exactly according to the sent through form and image. At least in 3D printing, that's for sure, definitely. Finally got to life. Yes. How are you sculpting in symmetry if she isn't symmetrical? Yeah, because I rotated the symmetry axis. When you rotate in object mode, you rotate with the symmetry axis, and you can sculpt. Her head is turned, but it's turned with the symmetry the same way. On average, how many times do you make a model from a concept before you do it in life? How many times, maybe you ask? Usually one time I just sculpt it just to see if it will be nice, and then I do it live. Sometimes, when I feel bold, I just do it live from start, without doing it before, and which is fine. It could work. And it's working. But usually the second time I do the model, this is my second time doing this, it's better than the first one. The first one I will show you is yesterday, it's this one. Yeah, it's for less than an hour, this one. In my and the legs I think are a little bit better now in this one, but the face in the current one is far better and far more look like the concept, because when you do the concept once, you learn some things that you can then apply to your next face, your next model. Now I will do something ridiculous, but I don't care. This is her leg armor, and there is a leg armor on this leg. If you notice, probably you don't notice, but I noticed yesterday. Something like a leg armor like this. And it adds to the overall silhouette. That's why we'll do it, and it will look interesting. Good. So yeah, I think we are okay. Oh, the cross. We have to do the cross. Let's try to do a cross. Oh, now, this is a cube. You say, but the cube is not a cross. Yes, but relax. Then we will do a mirror modifier, which is in generate mirror. Then we will just move this until it's like that, and then we will delete and select all those faces, all those edges, and combine them here. Okay. Now, what we will do is extrude this, extrude, then this, extrude, then this, extrude. And this is a huge cross, I would say. It's not exactly like the concept, but it's a cross anyway, so let's try to make it a little bit more like the concept. Not super huge as we did it right now. Maybe it will have to have some kind of arrows at the end, so I will extrude again and make sure this looks like an arrow. What? How to do it like an arrow? Like this. Not like this. Like this. And then like this. A little bit, not too much. Then here again, extrude, Control R. Then probably we will take this edge here and make it like that. And then this, I will just do this. And in the bottom we can do the same. We have to do one more thing, by the way. We have to disable the mirror, and we have to see what happens here. If it's hollow, it's hollow, it's good. It's good if it's hollow. If it's not hollow, it's not good. This move it here, and this move it here. And that's our cross. Mirror and select it. Probably this is a little bit wider, the top portion. So let's, the middle portion, I mean, like this. And yeah, there are some other things, but just the cross and make it darker probably will give us a little bit better perspective on the character as a whole. No. So now I will do apply the mirror, or I can move it in object mode. Moving it and scaling it in object mode will move it with the symmetry axis, so the mirror will stay. And now, even if I rotate it like this, it will still have the mirror completely fine. Remember, the 3rd of December. The 3rd of December is 3D day. 3D, 3rd December, you know. If somebody don't know, it's like that. 3rd of December. Let's make it bigger. And it's very awkwardly placed on her chest. So we will place it a little bit more up and color it with a little bit brighter than this color, I guess. So, like this. And yeah, it will be nice if we have some, but let's do it. I will do it fakingly. Let's fake it. This is our chain. Amazing. Nico had made the chain for a couple of seconds. In 3D. Wow. This is so good. And when we have time, we can do all the kind of things. Usually, as you know, I don't do models for 2 hours. I do them far, far quicker. But now, I decided to give this a try to see if we can handle it, doing it for more than 2 hours, for more than 1 hour. Not for more than 2 hours. Hopefully it will be less. And it will be because it's kind of ready. The things that we want to do is ready. Let's make this arm, the other arm here, a little bit more black. Because in the concept it's like this. And yeah, we can learn from the concept just how to present our works. Nobody's saying, amazing, Nico, how you did it. So I assume that people don't like it. Excess here. Just for a little bit of detail. X's and O. Good. Now here, yeah, I'm continuing to work on it, you know. It's super funny. Because there is always something to improve. Yes, those things are already like secondary or third level details. They're not as important, but why not? We can do them, and it doesn't cost us too much time to do this kind of things. So we can do it. It's like for a couple of seconds, and still it will make the model look a little bit better, tiny bit better, not ultra better, tiny bit. How not to lose detail? That's you just don't lose it. Just grab the detail and don't lose it. If you don't grab the detail like this, if you grab it like this loose, then you will lose it. If it's a 7 million high poly model, does it need to be retopological or can be baked into a low poly model without retopology? It can be baked into the low poly model without retopology. You just have to have the low poly model. No? If you have the low poly model, you don't do retopology. Usually, though, in order to have the low poly model, you have to do retopology. I know, it's difficult. Did you just make that up? The 3D, the 3rd of December. No, it's not. You have to check it out. 3rd of December, 3D, you know. 3rd December, 3D, 3D day. We are celebrating it here in Bulgaria. If you read this, you just got pranked. Good, I got pranked. Nico, do you think it's better to show our body anatomy knowledge by posting... I just got pranked. I'm so... Oh, no, got pranked. No, okay, is it good? Good. Nico, do you think it's better to show our body anatomy knowledge by posting a nude full body sculpt without any clothes? Not work in progress, game ready human body. I'm not sure this will help you too much. Just keep your body knowledge to yourself and make good models with clothes, armors or whatever, and your body anatomy knowledge will show. You know, don't worry about it. It will show. I think our chest, breasts can be a little bit bigger. Chest breast. This is the chest breast. This is a special type of breast, which is chest breast. I don't know. I'm just making it up. But the 3D, the 3rd of December, I'm not making it up. It's kind of we are celebrating it here in Bulgaria at least. I don't know in the world how it is, but in Bulgaria we're celebrating 3D Day. Good work, hi, thank you. When you open a game, you notice and admire the environment way more than the characters. Does that mean it's more important? Probably yes. But I don't like to do environments. So even if the environment is more important, when I don't like to do it, I just don't do it. So I do characters. And for me, that's important. This is dangerous. Open up and head to the show shop. By the way, she's looking pretty good as a whole. With the legs and everything. Not bad. For a 1.5 hour job. A little bit more than that. Almost 2 hours. Yeah, and it will be 2 hours. But now I kind of am lazy. Usually when I spend this much time on a character, I need a rest. You know, because there is a lot of things. Here probably she needs to have a shoulder, not a shoulder, a knee pad on this leg especially. But she doesn't have, so yeah. Maybe this will be the thumbnail of this video. A character like this. Not the whole character like this. Because people will say, it's impossible to do a full character like this with so much detail in just 2 hours. It's impossible. And it's true. Most of the detail is fake. So it's completely true, I would say. Maybe this will be the thumbnail. Good thumbnail. Chest breast. Yeah, amazing. I missed everything but got damage. Legs looking incredible for something made so quick. Yeah, I told you, I made the legs just to flex my anatomy muscles, you know. This also is my anatomy muscle, but my anatomy knowledge muscles. Is it common to be a character artist but only work with clothes and accessories? For example, in Fortnite, the body and face is given to you, so you only do armors and hairs. Yes, it's possible, but I don't think people are liking it that much. They are working for it. For example, if Fortnite contact me and tell me that they want me to do this for them, Epic Games, I would say yes, probably, because it's Fortnite. But usually I just want to do the whole character by myself. You know, not work on already made characters to make different armors or clothes. This is not a dream job for a character artist, in my opinion. This is not my dream job. I don't like it. Say, what's your approach to fur? Doing stylized fur or haircuts on it? I only do stylized fur when I do fur, so that's my approach. Let's see on the Viking. I did some fur on his, but it's not gonna be super visible, most likely. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, there is a little bit of fur here on his coat. This is his coat. Then his hair is on top of it, but it's not super visible, yes. But yeah, I sometimes do it stylized. Haircuts, I have never done fur with haircuts. I have done some hair with haircuts, but not too much. Usually stylized things are my thing. Thank you so much for streaming this content. There are not enough LGBT animators in tech, and you are our ambassador. I am LGBT animator, right? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Probably. I don't know what is this LGBT. Something about gays or not straight people or something. I'm not sure. Because my dad-ass worked specifically for faces and base bodies, am I screwed? I don't know. Maybe not. Because you can learn everything if you want. Hello, you're amazing. Thank you. No, it's very cool. Good. Can you give me your talent? Take the talent. Give it to you. So, yes. My talent is now yours. What pays more? Usually character art or environment? I don't know. Because I don't know how the environment pays. So, basically, is a Blender cool tool to find a job? No. Every tool is cool tool to find a job. But the main tool is not the program. The main tool is yourself. Love your videos. They're helping me tremendously. Good. I've been learning 3D for 2 months now. Quite enjoying the trip. I'm a professional concept artist and I want to learn 3D to block some things out. That's a good thing. I know some concept artists, good ones, who are using sometimes 3D, ZBrush, but they didn't know Blender back then. And back then Blender was not a thing. Sculpting in Blender was not a thing. Now it is, so. You've ever been to Montenegro? No, but I want to go. How do I build muscle like you? Both body muscle and mind. With practice. And but this is mostly genetics and a little bit that I'm doing push-ups and pull-ups, especially the pull-ups, you know. So you have to do some exercises. If I link my head on disk, could you please quickly share some opinion? If I link my head on disk, do you share? Link on the Google Disk. Yeah, probably. Why not? What retopo tool do you suggest? I usually do just manual retopo with Blender without using any external tools. I have absorbed all the talent you gave me. Thank you, Nico. You healed my headache. Very good, very good. So yeah. How would you translate a 3D image to 2D illustration? Do you still do 2D from time to time? No. Yes, I do some drawings for my daughter, but I don't do actual 2D concept art or whatever. This is not what I do these days. Or any days, for that matter. I'm just a little bit distracted here. I play this game here on my phone. Sometimes I have to look at it. We are all, I am addicted to my phone. But when I'm sculpting, this addiction is a little bit healed, you know, because I have to concentrate on the sculpt. I have to see if this will happen, if it will be nice or whatever. So yeah. Do you have tips for hard and soft surfaces on the same sculpt? Yes, I have some courses that you can check out. For example, this one. This one has a lot of hard surface and soft surface, as you can see. But hard surface, she has. Like armors, a lot of armors. Some of them are broken in this particular figure, but whatever. So this figure is one of the most complicated that I've done in Blender, so it's a good course. Just shared in whip the screenshot. Good, let's see it in work in progress whips. Oh, we have nice things. This flower is looking great. This is this guy Gambit, yeah. This gladiator looks relatively nice. I don't completely like the legs. The pose is a little bit stiff. The face is amazing. I don't know why the face looks amazing. This armor looks very nice, metal armor, but this is completely wrong. The arm is holding the sword like a pen. I don't know why. It looks wrong. Oh, this looks very nice. I mean, this is obviously work in progress, but it looks very cool. We have a crocodile man, very nice. We have a female study. We have a worm. We have some clothes. We have a girl, another girl. Interesting base mesh. Good. We have this from our guy Jillian. We have, ooh, this is nice. Good. Lobo, legs, other things. We have, okay, good, interesting. But this coat is unrepairable. It's flawed from the start, so it has to be made by, again, I mean, from scratch. This is our guy Harty. He's doing those things. I'm not sure he's now working with Blender or ZBrush. Usually he was working back in the days only with Blender. Now probably he discovered ZBrush and now he's super happy. I'm not sure, but we have to ask him. This is a cat which is dancing. Amazing stuff. Always good to know. You know, when you see this cat, you say, oh, I have to know what this cat is dancing about. You know, this knowledge will define me in the rest of my life. And you just watch the cat videos. Okay, muscles, everything. Interesting. Again, texture. A guy with a huge chin. Yeah, good. Ooh, this one. Ooh, this model looks pretty nice. Okay, yeah, I haven't seen the whips for a long time. So is this the face? Okay, this is the face. So the upper portion of the face is a little bit too big, in my opinion. The mouth can be a little bit more up, closer to the nose. The nose can be a little bit narrower and a little bit more defined. This position, this portion here can be a little bit more flat and defined. Stylize it a little bit and it will be nice. The distance between the eyes and the nose is a little bit too small. Probably the nose maybe should go a little bit more down. So instead of moving the mouth up, the nose can go a little bit down. And overall, that's it. Okay, we are good. Now, this is what we have done. Are you planning to create new courses? Yeah, I will show you now. The next course most likely will be this. This is it will be extremely difficult and detailed model, so it will be for intermediate and advanced Blender users or whatever. But I just want to do it. It looks nice, it looks interesting, and I think it will look very nice as a figure on my desk. And I plan to do some changes, especially in the bottom portion here, in order to be nice and sit on a base. But we'll see how it will go. This, by the way, is my ref sheet for female anatomy mostly. And it was for this girl that I did. And now it will be for this also. Girl. Yeah, you can't wait for this course, but it will be a long time in the making, most likely. It will be one of the longest courses, I think, that I have done. In terms of hours of videos. Maybe more than 25, maybe 30 hours, maybe more. She has a sword, she has a dragon. A dragon will be pretty much a lot of fun to work with. She has anatomical features, she has armors, although the armors are not super detailed, but still a lot of them. So it will be fun, a lot of fun, and also a lot of work. That's why, yeah. I'm planning to either do this face, probably this face I will do, but also I will do this face, which is a different face, you know, different mouth especially. We'll see which one will be better, but probably I will do both. This is what we have done in this video. In this video. But it doesn't look bad. I think mine is better than the concept in this case. It's very rarely, but sometimes it happens. Can you share the ref? Yeah, it's in the Discord server. No, the ref for the course not yet. No. Well, this because I have not have the consent of the artist yet. We'll see. Will be hardest course, yes. Are you going to print the model afterwards? Yes, of course. That's what I'm doing it. What plugin do you use for the ref sheet? It's a good plugin. It's called PureRef, and it's not a plugin. It's not an add-on. It's nothing. It's just a separate program. I'm starting to save cash for that one now. Okay. PureRef, yes. Will you retop her? No, no. It's gonna be difficult. How do I get in your Discord? Link in the description of the video. Awesomely done, Nico. Thank you. I mean the PureRef file. Yeah. You can find the link in the description. Yes. Okay. Good. Links in the descriptions. Everything is fine. Let's finish this and I will go to eat because I am... What? Hungry. Very good. What are your PC specs? 64 gigabytes of RAM and 4070 Super video card are my now PC specs. And the processor is some processor with 16 cores or whatever. And 32 logical cores. Yeah, very good. Bye for now.